At Albertus Magnus High School, the importance of community and service are two things that are instilled in every student. Each year, students are asked to complete at least 20 hours of service in their own communities. This community service project helps all of our students to recognize the importance of giving back. Here at Albertus Magnus, we honored the sacrifice of two graduates who gave their lives serving others. Michael E. Roberts, class of 1989, and Kevin Riley, class of 1991, both gave their lives in order to save and rescue the victims of the attack on the World Trade Center. Their heroic actions are ones that will not be forgotten, and the courage they displayed will never leave the hearts and minds of the students here at Albertus. Their dedication to service inspires our students and teachers to pursue active roles in volunteering in their own communities. We went out and spoke to Mr. Matthew Connors, a teacher here at Albertus, who shared with us his own experiences.
Why did I decide to volunteer? Well, growing up in a Catholic family, my mother and father always pushed both my sister and I to become more of a larger part of our community instead of just being the average person. I grew up with a number of firefighters and police officers in my family, both in the city of New York as well as local volunteers. Firefighting, I guess, was always something that was interesting prior to my career as a teacher. When you are able to help somebody, you're able to do something small for them. I would say that those are probably my favorite moments, the ones that most people would think go unnoticed because they're not unnoticed to that person that you're helping. For instance, you get a lot of calls, let's say somewhat of an older person, woman, man, doesn't really make any difference, thinks they smell some smoke or thinks that their outlet in their home is not functioning correctly. And it's 11 o'clock at night and you show up and there is absolutely nothing wrong, but you put them at ease, you put their mind at ease.
Then we went to a local firehouse and interviewed volunteer firemen while on duty. They told us why they volunteer and the importance of it.
As a volunteer, we do many different types of things like fighting fires, so a lot of free training that is very, very beneficial. You have hours of training every Monday. Camaraderie is a major thing why I love joining. You got a great bunch of guys, you hang out on weekends, you have your fun. And then when there's a fire, it all comes together. Any of these guys would save your life when it comes down to it. I joined because my father was a fireman and my grandfather. A lot of people in this firehouse has joined because either family has heritage here or just because they saw it advertised and they like it. Volunteering is great. You don't get paid for it, but I think there's a better benefit when it comes down to it. You don't have to pay me for this job. I'll run into a fire any day. I'll save anybody's life, and you don't have to give me money for it. And a lot of these guys are the same way.
Firefighting-wise, some of my most favorite memories are right after I joined. 2 weeks after I joined, we had a fire on Osman Court here in Garnerville, and it was just so exciting. It was so interesting. It was so exciting. It was so good to see all of the firefighters working together to save this house. That was one of my best memories. Shortly after that, Hurricane Floyd came through the county, and we evacuated people from Railroad Avenue. Railroad Avenue was completely underwater, and a woman handed me a baby in a car seat to put into the fire truck and bring to here to the firehouse because we were evacuating them. And that really hit home with me, how important volunteer firefighting work was, how important all the emergency service work was, and that kind of hooked me for life. And so I've been in for 10 years and have loved every minute of it.
Here at Albertus Magnus, we take pride in knowing that every single member of the student body gives over the time and energy needed to give back and promote the greater good of our community. Along with the efforts of our faculty, close to 10,000 hours of service are completed each year. We've accepted the challenge, and now it's time for you to get active.